Alright, everybody, this is going to be a little bit, I don't know if I'll put an anchor on this or not. I'm just going to go with it. I want to talk about a guy named Joe Balboa that was at Missouri State Penitentiary. The walls, MSP, whatever you want to call it. This dude he was out there, man. He's one of those type of people that gets enjoyment out of seeing other people in pain. Schadenfreude is the German word for that. So, he worked in the hobby craft with me. You know, I did leather, he did painting, and he was pretty good with his painting. I mean, I liked his paintings. But I can't say I really liked him a whole lot. So, we had this guy that had a bad tooth, and he kept trying to go over and get it pulled, and they wouldn't pull it for him. You know, they wouldn't even call him over there to see the dentist. Dude was in agony. So one day he tells us, in the hobby craft room, you got all types of tools and different things. You know, like leather workers, I had X-Acto knives, hammers, and all kinds of stuff. You know, stamping tools, but everybody had, you know, the painters had paints and everything. Everybody had their thing, you know. So one day this guy that had the toothache tells us that he wants us to pull his tooth. Well, Joe jumped on it. I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. Well, so he said, I'm gonna have some people hold me down. So we get him in a chair, psychs himself up, and Joe reaches in there. He doesn't do this generally. Reaches in there with a pair of pliers and pulls the tooth out. And just not pulls, but he like pulls off to the side and stuff. He pulls roots and pieces of gum and everything. And he was just laughing because, you know, the guy's mouth filled up, you know, and he was spitting, and Joe was just laughing. I said, man, what is wrong with you? You know? And he goes, oh man, that's funny, man. You don't see the humor in that? I said, no, I don't. He did other things to this guy too, that was messed up. But, I mean, not, you know, in a sexual way or nothing. He just would mess with the guy, you know. If he could see the guy in pain, he would. So one day, Joe is wanting to get some pills, pain pills or something, and he tells me, he goes, you got a hammer. You got a hammer. And he goes, I'm going to take a pencil, I'm going to put it between my fingers like this, and I want you to come down on that hammer. He said, I'll go to medical and they'll give me what I need and what I want. And I said, you sure you want me to do this? He goes, yeah. I said, okay. So he puts the pencil, number 2 pencil, between his fingers like I just shown you guys there, and he lays it down on the table, and he goes, oh, hold on a minute, hold on, let me psych myself up. So he gets himself psyched up, and he goes, all right, go ahead. And I'm going, bam! I come down hard with that hammer. And he screams. Then he stops screaming, you know, he's trying to keep from screaming, and he's holding his hand, and he's running around. And I could not help it. I gave a little chuckle, and I said, is it funny now? Like seeing other people in pain? Are you laughing now? Because I think it's funny. And he cussed me out and called me everything but a white person, you know. And I told him, I said, you got a hurt hand and I got a hammer. What do you want to do? You just be careful, you know. We can do this here in the hobby crap room. Anyway, he goes to medical. He calls the guard and he goes, man, I messed up my hand, hurt my hand. I need to go to medical. And I don't think he got the medicine he wanted. But some guy, I was talking to some guy about it. I said, man, Joe is crazy. He goes, you know he's from Florida, don't you? I said, well, yeah, he told me he's from Florida. He did time in Florida. Or so he says. He goes, the guy goes, they're all crazy in Florida. I don't know if that's true, people from Florida. You know, that's just what somebody told me. You know, I got a few in-laws that live down there, but they was crazy before they moved down there. All right, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.